like to first welcome you and walk you into deeper into God, prayer and meditation. We are approaching the closeout of this series, but I just want you to know that just because one thing ends doesn't mean there is no new beginning. Usually when one thing is ending, it is very synonymous with something new beginning. So nothing ends without something beginning. Nothing begins without something ending. And today, I just want you to understand that we are at the 8th video in this series, and we only have a couple more to go, 4 more to go to be exact. And this is going to be not the ending, but the beginning of our next chapter together, our next journey. And so before you go, I wanted to make sure that when we pray today and we petition God today, we want to stand firm. We want to solidify. We want to make sure that we're putting some respect on our name. So today, I want you to petition God in your prayer suits today, your prayer pursuits today. Petition God on your name. And I'm not talking about your name that you're going to go by. I'm not talking about the name you're going to go by. I'm talking about the name that is above all names. The name that you are called inside, internally, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. I want you to respect your name. I want you to petition God. What do they call you? And when they call you, they should call you no other name. When we petition God and we say, God, who am I? What am I? What am I called? Why am I called? Where am I called? And I want you to petition God for your name so that name rises above all names, and so that when you are called by that name. When you are called to where you're supposed to go, you're called to that. When you are called in what you're supposed to do, you're called in that. You're called by your name, and I want you to respect your name. And so we're petitioning God for our name today so we can begin to understand that this is how I am called. I am called great, or I am called good, or I am called beautiful, or I am called lovely, or I am called whatever it is. I want you to begin to respect that. Respect your name. And I am not speaking of some name that people will call you. God, we're petitioning you right now. Right now we petition you, oh God, within us to come out of us so that we may see with the unconceivable mind, with the inconceivable eye. Oh God, we're asking that you help us see our name before us, so that we move in the state of flow, so that we move in the state of consciousness, so that we move in the state of relativity, so that we revel in that. We relish in that. We relish in what we are called. And God, I'm asking, help us to understand what we are called. And when we're called what we're called, I ask that you protect that and respect that name. So I ask you, what are you called by? What do you go by? Who are you? What are you? Where are you? Where are you? Who are you? And what are you? Whatever you are, wherever you are, whoever you are, respect your name. Respect your name. God, I'm asking for you to move on our behalf today. I petition you, oh God, so that there is no more wondering, no more wandering, no more thinking, and no more overthinking, no more overstepping, no more undermining. But we are right where we're supposed to be. We're right in what we're supposed to do. We're right where we belong, because we are who we are, and we are who we say we are when we proclaim. And so let us proclaim a name that rises above all names. And let us respect that name. Let us proclaim a name that rises above all names, so that we may respect that name. And through the respect of that name, we begin to admire and admonish and be inspired through that name. So that when we are called that, we are called up highly, we are called up higher, we are called up to our most high place today. I'm asking you to respect your name today. And if you don't know your name, we're petitioning God on your behalf to move on your behalf, so that your name speaks out to you. Your name comes forth from you. We want your name to come forth from you, so that you are called up higher. You are called up in the highest place. You are called good. If your name is good, let them call you good. If your name is great, let them call you great. If your name is beautiful, let them call you beautiful. If your name is whatever, justice, let them call you justice. If your name is rain, if your name is son, if your name is daughter, if your name is mama, if your name is papa, let them call you whatever you are called. But I'm asking that your name be raised up to the highest. So I'm asking you to respect your name, so that when you are called up to the highest. So that when you call your name, you're calling yourself up. You're pulling yourself up to the highest state, to the highest form, to the highest places. You are pulling yourself up to the highest places. So God, we ask today that you come forth and help us see, own, and take place our position in respecting our name. And so I ask you today, I ask you, what is your name? What do you go by? What are you called? Who are you? What are you? Where are you? When are you going to step up to the plate? When are you going to step up in the most highest form, highest version, highest places of yourself? When are you going to step up into your name and begin to respect your name? Some of you may be seeing a name that God is giving you right now, that is coming down from the highest places to the lower regions, so that you may get that name, so that you may be pulled to the highest places in the highest regions. And so sometimes we don't know our name, and we're going by low vibrational thinking, and we're going by low vibrational thought patterns, and we continue to live in low vibrational arenas and regions of life, that we don't know who we are, we don't know what we are, we don't know where we are. But when you are called by your name, you're called to what you are. You are called where you're supposed to be. You're called in what you're supposed to do. When you're called your name, I'm saying to you, when you're called your name, you're called in your purpose. When you're called your name, you're called where you're supposed to be. You're called where you're supposed to go. You're called what you're supposed to do when you are called by your name. And so you must begin to see before you a name that rises from out of the depths of you. You must begin to see a name that rises out of the depths of you, and you must begin to respect that name that you're given, so that when you are given that name, you're rising, you're raising, you're resurrecting your life. You're resurrecting your life. When you are called by that name, you're pulling yourself up from the depths of the lower regions. and you're pulling yourself up to the highest regions, and you're calling yourself in what you're supposed to do, to where you're supposed to go, what you're supposed to be doing. You're calling yourself into that. You're speaking things forth. So when I say my name is Omaka, I am saying that I am beautiful. I am calling myself into the most beautiful places of this world, into the most beautiful lives of people. When I say my name is Omaka, I am saying my name is lovely, that everything about me and my thinking is lovely. Everything about me and where I go is lovely. Everything about what I'm doing is lovely. When I call myself Omaka, I am saying that I am good, that everything I touch is good. Everywhere I go is good. Every place I step is good. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. It is good because that is my name. When I am calling myself, I am resurrecting my life, and I am saying this is who I am. And I am pushing, pulling, forcing, and reigniting myself into what I am here to do, into where I am here to go, into what I'm supposed to be. And you don't have to tell everyone your name, but you must know your name and respect your name, so that when you call your name, you're called to your highest place. You're called to the throne. You're called to the seat of the throne. God, today I am asking that you move on the behalf of those who don't know their names. And I begin to petition you to act on their behalf, that if they can't see their name, God, I'm asking that you display their name to them. Display in their spirit their name, God. Display in their spirit their name, God. Display in their thoughts their name, God. Help them see. Illuminate their name. Oh God, I'm speaking on their behalf because I am speaking on my own behalf. I am one with my brother, my sister, my mother, my father, my daughter, and my son. I am one with them, and I speak on behalf of them because I know my name and I know who I am. I am asking you, who are you? Who are you? What are you? Where are you? And don't just say my name is God and believe that you're going to be called God. And don't just say that my name is Queen and you're going to be called Queen. And don't just say that my name is King and you're going to be called King. But your thinking must be revolutionized. Your thinking must be revolutionized around the aspect, around the energy, around the power of this name. Your life must become revolutionized. You must be a revolutionary when it comes to being called by your name. You must be revolutionized. Your name should revolutionize your life. So you begin to walk. If your name is light, you walk in light. If your name is good, you walk in good. If your name is beautiful, you walk beautiful. I'm talking about in everything that you do, touch, see, be, go, wherever you are. When I say, be called by your name, what is your name? I'm asking you to rise up, resurrect your life. I'm asking you to rise up within yourself. Stand firm on that name. The world doesn't need to know your name. You need to know your name. And this is God speaking right now, not Omaka. I'm just a vessel. I'm just a vessel, but God is speaking right now, and God is saying, you must revolutionize your life. But you can only do that by the respect of your own name. You can only stand up by the respect of your own name. You can only stand firm by the respect of your own name. You can only go to what you are called. Mama used to say, it's not what they call you, it's what you respond to. This is a true statement. It's not what you go by. It's not what they call you. It's what you respond to. Because whatever you respond to, that's what you go by. It's not what they call you. It's what you respond to. And whatever you respond to, that's what you go by. So if you respond to nonsense, stupidity, idiocracy, if you respond to these things, you go by these things. But to respect your name isn't to just have some name that they call you. It is what you go by and what you call yourself, so that you resurrect, you rise up within you, in that spirit, in that being, so that you revolutionize. So that you revolutionize your life. And so what you call you revolutionize your world, your life in that. And what you call you call yourself in. What you call call yourself to. What you call yourself being and doing. What you call call yourself to that. See, we must respect our names and understand that it is not through a vibration in which we call ourselves, but we must understand that we call ourselves to something. When we call ourselves in a name, when we call ourselves a name, we're calling ourselves to something. We're calling ourselves to our purpose, our reason for being. We're calling ourselves in our state of consciousness. We're calling ourselves to rise. We're calling ourselves in what we do. We're calling ourselves in our most creative spaces and aspects of our lives. When we call what we call ourselves, we call ourselves that in every relationship. What we call ourselves that in every workplace. What we call ourselves that in every city we go, every country we visit. What we call ourselves that in every place on this planet. We call ourselves to it. And so we must revolutionize our thinking and what we call ourselves. And what we call ourselves, we revolutionize our life. We revolutionize. We turn everything around to work for our greatest good. And so you must respect your name. Respect your name. So that there is a revolutionization. So, what is your name? God is speaking. What is your name? What is your name? I'm not talking about the one that you type on your social media pages and the one that you post underneath your status. I'm not talking about any of that. I'm not talking about those names. I'm talking about you in your spirit. What is your name? I am the most loving being. I am the most gifting being. I am the most generous being. I am the most beautiful being. I'm the most serving being. I am the most honest being. I'm the most fulfilled being. I'm the most grateful being. I'm the most appreciative being. I am the most high. I am the most what? Are you calling yourself into? God is asking. What are you calling yourself into? Because what you call yourself in yourself, you call yourself into that body, into that spirit, into that language, into that world, into that space. What you call yourself, You call yourself into that. Respect your name. Respect your name. Let us meditate on this right now. Breathe in. This meditation is not going to be a guided meditation today, or I'm not going to guide you anywhere. I'm just going to speak so that you hear me. Breathe in. Because what I'm going to ask you to do, I can't guide you there. I can't guide you in your spirit in what you're called. You must go in your spirit and call yourself what you're called. I cannot say what you're called, so I can't go into your spirit and call you. I give many names. I give names to many people, but that is a name in which people call themselves so that they align with their purpose. But I'm talking about internally, innately. What is your name? And I'm asking you to see your name in your spirit. A name that I cannot give you because I cannot feel for you your name. I cannot feel for you your name. So I'm asking you, what is your name? Go in meditation with me here right now and find your name. And when you find your name, respect your name. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. What is your name? Breathe out slowly. Rest in your meditation period right now, wherever you are. What is your name? Whom shall they call you? What shall they call you? What shall you call you? Whom are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where? Where is what I'm asking. Where are you right now? Are you on your way to your name? Have you knocked at the door of your name? Have you picked up your name from off the ground? Have you grabbed it from out of the heavens? Have you pulled it from within you? Where are you? Are you searching deep into your soul for your name? Are you looking up into the clouds, into the sky, into the heavens, reaching for your name? Are you searching down below for your name? Are you walking to your name? Are you knocking at the door of your name? Are you sitting silently in your name, appreciating, respecting your name? Have you taken ownership of your name? Have you taken ownership to release your name to the atmosphere so that the universe, the world around you begins to respect the way you walk in your name and love the way you walk? Because what you call by, you walk in. And this is literal. What you are called by in your spirit, what you call yourself in your spirit, I want you to understand that it's not about what others call you. It's by what you call you in your spirit. And whatever you call you in your spirit, you literally walk in that vibration. You walk in that embodiment. You walk in that spirit. And so people begin to pick up the consonants of your energy. People begin to pick up the vibration of your auric field. People begin to pick these things up. Because you are walking in that, what you call you. Whatever you call yourself in spirit, you walk in it literally in life. And so I want you to be at the door of your name if you're there, and get your name, ask for your name. Are you home? Are you here? If you're sitting and you've grabbed your name and you already taken ownership of your name and you're sitting in respect of your name and you're silent with your name. Are you walking toward some destination to go get your name? Where are you? So that you can put some respect on your name. Breathe in with me again and go deep. Go deep. Go deep. Inhale through the nasal. Through the nasal, we let the breath rise. Remember the exercise. Let the breath rise. Let it elevate. Let it sit at the top of the crown. Hold it. And I'm going to ring this bell again. And as you hold your breath, I want you to fall into your name. I want you to dissolve into your name so that you revolutionize your thinking, your brain waves, your patterns, your habits. Begin to, wherever you are, if you have your name, if you don't have your name, breathe, hold it at the crown. Don't release it yet. Don't release it. Don't release it. Take hold right now of something that you are given in your spirit. Hold it right now in your consciousness. And hold it in the palms of your hands. And I want you to grip your hands closed and make a fist. And then take your other hand and place it underneath that palm, underneath that fist, and grab that hand. And hold your name, that vibration tight. Hold it tight. And begin to release your breath slow. Holding your name tightly. And as you begin to release that breath, begin to loosen the grip on your fists. Slowly loosen that grip. You're allowing your fist to open slowly so that your name could be released. Free to go. I'm going to do that again, okay? Let's do it again. This time let's go slow, 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 slow. So let us rest. Let us rest. You know what rest means? Breath. It's a breath exercise. That means raise the breath, elevate the breath, and let it sit at the top of the crown. So let us raise the breath from everywhere of our being, in our cells, from every which way within our being. Let us raise the breath up through the nasal. We want to go through the nasal because this changes the oxygen level within your brains. This changes the oxygen levels and renews the oxygen cells within your brains. That's why it's important to breathe through the nose, so that we renew the oxygen cells, and the oxygen cells begin to take on new information, that which we give our intention to, not attention, but intention. That which we give our intention to, our brain cells begin to renew itself in that information, so that when we release that oxygen to the atmosphere, we're releasing that information to the universe so that the universe may know who we are. That's what we're doing. And so we breathe through the nasal slowly. And as you breathe through the nasal, again, close your left hand, make a fist. Place your right hand underneath your fist, grabbing that fist. Let the breath raise up. Let it elevate slowly. Let it elevate. Let it sit. Now at the top of your crown. Now at the top of your crown, you begin to feel the newly renewed oxygen cells within your brain changing forms, taking on this new information of the intention you give it. What is your name? This is your intention. And as you grip your hands closed tight, what you're doing is you are jamming up the freeway. You are traffic jamming up the freeway of all your cells in your body. When you grip tight your body, you are jamming up the freeway of your blood cells, your oxygen cells within your body, to take on the form of the information you gave to your brain. This is science now, with a meditation. And so when you close tightly, your cells lock in place. And they lock in place with whatever intention you gave in that breath when you let it sit at the top. When you close your fist tightly, you're locking in place all those other oxygen cells that flows throughout your body, changing the information in your DNA. So that from the biosphere, we can start releasing the breath. From the biosphere, our oxygen cells became the information and intention we gave it. So now from the biosphere, that information begins to be released. Slowly begin to release your breath and open your fists. And now our oxygen cells within our body begin to change over, renew themselves. Because the ones that were locked into place begin to release itself through the breath into the atmosphere. So with every breath, we give an intentional thought to it. We lock it in place. From the biosphere, we can release it into the atmosphere. That was a scientific meditation breakdown for you. Didn't mean to go that deep with it, but sometimes you need to understand that you are an accumulative form of all your cells, your makeup, your genetic makeup, your all of who you are. And so that when you say, this is who I am, we release the breath, we get the breath, we let it sit at the top, we lock it in place. We jam up the freeway of our oxygen cells. No one can go anywhere because we're giving ourselves that intention of thought. Our DNA begins to transform the information into the intention we gave our thought. So from the biosphere, we release all that information into the atmosphere, and the universe picks up that information and translates and transforms and transports that information into the ethers of the universe, so that what we are, we get back. This is called revolutionizing your life. So that what we are, we get back. So what is your name? What is your name? What is your name? Respect your name. What breath are you giving? What intention are you giving every breath? What intention are you giving every breath? And when it comes to you, you need to be giving every breath an intention. Because from the biosphere do we release every form of cellular information into the atmosphere. We ought to be careful of what we release. So we must first of all begin with who we are, knowing who we are. Let us wake up daily, beginning with where we are. Stay deep in this meditation. I know I went off on a scientific breakdown, but I want you to feel, even though you may be listening, You should still be in meditation with me, because you should still feel yourself in the form of spirit in your being. You should not be moving anywhere. You should not be going anywhere. Let me pull you back in real quick and take a big, deep inhale. I mean, grab every molecule out of the air. Oh. What information, what intention are you giving your thought? Right now, be quiet. Hold fast. Be still. Shh. Stop making a lot of noise. Get quiet in your spirit, so you can hear. So you can hear. And we hear through feeling. Hearing is done through feeling, not through our ears. Hearing is done through feeling. What do you hear? What is your name? Whatever your name is, you're called into that. You're called into your name. Release that breath. Slow. It's not what they call you, it's what you respond to. As my mama used to always say to me, it's not what they call you, but what you respond to. And what you respond to, that is your name. Because that's what you respond to. But what do you respond to in your spirit? Your co-workers, your family may still call you by the name that they're giving you, or they known you by. They may call you by even your external name that you renewed yourself in. They may call you even by your external spirit name that you renewed yourself in. I'm not asking you what is your name externally in spirit, what is your name in the physical form. I'm asking you, what is your name? And respect your name. Respect the energy, the vibration, the love that you go by, that you call you. Revolutionize yourself, your life, through what you are calling yourself by. Because what you call yourself into, you call yourself to that. You call yourself into that purpose, into that life, into that space. You got to understand what you call yourself. You're not calling in. When you call what you call yourself, I need you to understand this. You're not calling into yourself. You're calling for God from within you to show up, show out, express, display. You're calling yourself to. You're not calling yourself in. You're calling yourself to. So what do you call yourself? Whatever you call yourself, you're calling yourself to that which you call yourself. You call yourself to that which you call yourself. What do you call yourself? Because you're calling yourself to it. You're calling yourself to it. What do you call yourself? Internally, what do you call yourself? No one needs to know your name, what you call yourself. No one needs to know that. I'm asking, what do you call yourself? What do you call yourself? So that when you wake up, you call yourself that. If I am beautiful, I call myself beautiful. If I am lovely, I call myself lovely. If I am good, I call myself good. Because that is my name. Omaka, but Omaka is not. Omaka is what you call me. Beautiful, lovely, and good is what I call me. Beautiful, lovely, and good is what I call me. I call myself beautiful. So everything about me and my features and my life is beautiful. I call myself lovely. So everything that I do and touch and go and say is lovely. And I call myself good. So everything that I get myself involved with, wherever I am at, whether I'm in another country or in this country, it is good. I don't worry about what's not good, because I don't call myself the things that's not good. I call myself the things that are good. I call myself good, so everything that is good attracts itself to me. Everything that is good is of my vibration, is of my lineage, is of my heritage, is of my ancestry. Everything that I call myself, if I call myself good, then that is of my bloodline. That is of my bloodline. You understand? There's a scripture in the Bible where Jesus said that you're no longer he was no longer flesh and bone. You understand? He said, I am no longer flesh and bone, not flesh and blood, flesh and bone. Because life, this is also a scripture, life is in the blood. So this is of my bloodline. Life is in the blood. So what I call myself is of my lineage, my heritage, my ancestry, my bloodline. The Christ said, I am no longer flesh and bone. Because life is not in flesh and bone, life is in the blood. So when he was stabbed in the side on the cross, it was water and blood that came out of him to prove and say that I am who I said I was. I am who I said I was. I was man and I was God. I was man in spirit. I was life in spirit. I am who I said I was. And the blood and the water coming out of his side was only proof of who he said he was. He was both man and spirit. He said that I must come so that not one is lost from the knowledge of themselves, of their true heritage, their true lineage, their true ancestry, your bloodline. What you call yourself, you're tying yourself to something greater. You're tying yourself to spirit. You're tying yourself to something greater in what you call yourself. So if I call myself beautiful, everything around me is beautiful. If I call myself lovely, everything that I do is lovely. And if I call myself good, then wherever I go is good. I don't worry about what's not good, because I don't call myself what's not good. I call myself what is good. I call myself good. So that which is good is only that what I am. And so when I put that in that intentional thought into the atmosphere, it only comes back to me because it's where? It's in the biosphere. You understand? Respect your name. Respect your name. I don't care what they call you. You shouldn't care what they call you. It's not about your name that's displayed on your media pages. It's about what you call yourself, because what you call yourself, you resurrect yourself in that. This is why I did Resurrect Your Life yesterday. When you call yourself, respect your name. When you call yourself by that, you're resurrecting yourself in that life. But remember, you're calling yourself to it. That means you're calling yourself forth to go. You're calling yourself forth. You're calling yourself to that which you are. So if I call myself beautiful, lovely, and good, then I'm calling myself to the beautiful spaces, to the lovely spaces, to the good spaces, to the beautiful people, to the lovely people, to the good people, to the beautiful things, to the lovely things, to the good things. When I call myself beautiful, lovely, and good, I am calling myself to those spaces, those things, those people, those lives. I'm calling myself to that. Because it's from the biosphere do I speak it into the atmosphere. And so when I speak into the atmosphere, my being is drawn to that which is of me. I'm only drawn to myself. I am only drawn to myself. I'm only drawn to myself because of what I speak from my biosphere. I put in my atmosphere. And what I speak from my biosphere, I speak forth. And when I say my name, when I call my name, I speak myself to that which was released from my biosphere out into my atmosphere. So the universe now picks up on that information and says, okay, let's start to congregate, let's start to operate, let's start to formulate this God, this man's path, his walk into beautiful, lovely, and good spaces. And so my path is laid before me already. My path is laid before me because what I've called myself from into what I call myself to. So my path is laid before me. And so therefore I walk in the path in which I laid before myself when I spoke of who I am, when I spoke it. So I walk in the path that I laid before me from the biosphere into the atmosphere. When I speak from the biosphere, I am releasing my path into the atmosphere that I want to walk in. So if I call myself beautiful, lovely, and good, I am speaking a pathway that I must walk in of that which I speak, so that it is beautiful, lovely, and good in all that I do, and everywhere that I go, and all that I walk. I call myself in that. I lay the path before me from the biosphere into my atmosphere. I laid my path. Now I walk in from, now I'm basically walking in my own biosphere. I'm walking in an external world of my biosphere. My atmosphere is that of my biosphere because I've released the information from my biosphere into the atmosphere, and the universe conspired to give me a biosphere of that in which I am. And so so now my world is formed into what I call myself. Respect your name. So my atmosphere is formed into what I call myself because I lay my path before me. Respect your name. Respect your name. Respect your name. I went on a preaching sermon right there, but that's okay. I preach for a little bit. I ought to name these prayer, meditation, and preaching. Because sometimes when it's so good, you gotta preach. But I want to shower you right now, and that you speak your name. I shower you right now, and that you live in your name. I shower you right now that you call forth yourself into your name. I shower you right now in the vibration of your name. I shower you right now to respect your name. I shower you right now to create an atmosphere of the biosphere. I shower you right now that you walk in a biosphere, in an atmosphere that is of your biosphere. I shower you right now that you walk in your biosphere, in your atmosphere. I shower you right now that you walk in your biosphere. I shower you right now that you live from the biosphere, that you live from within, that you live from within. I shower you right now that you go forth when you call yourself, when you resurrect your life, when you call your name, when you put respect on your name, when you call your name, you're calling yourself to that. You're calling yourself to that. I shower you right now in love. I shower you in grace. I shower you in appreciation. I shower you in gratitude. I shower you in the most formidable love that I can be. I shower you right now in the most, in the greatest aspects of life. I shower you right now in the most beautiful, lovely, and good things to come around you. I shower you right now in all things. And in all things I give thanks. All things I give thanks. I appreciate you being here with me today. Always, always, always. They run a little longer. Don't know why they go so long. Don't know why I gotta go so long. Don't know that the intention I set for these was for them to only be 10 minutes. Can you believe that? That the intention I set for these was for them to only be 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Yeah, right. I can't give myself 15 minutes to even start breathing. I have to give myself 15 minutes just to start breathing. Shoot, I can't even. How can I give a message or a meditation to you? Anyway, I love you. I love me. I love us. Ashe, Atone, and Amen. Be well and be light, beloved. Thank you for being here. See you again tomorrow at 9. Only a few more of these left to go. Okay? But definitely, just because one thing ends doesn't mean something begins. Something ending is synonymous with something beginning. So just stay with me. The prayer and meditation series will be over soon, but this doesn't mean it's the end of what I'm going to be doing. I actually got something special. I'm not going to reveal yet, so let's just be one right now where we're at and be thankful. And see you here tomorrow again at 9 a.m. Eastern Time.